lot of people say that nature itself gives us a good idea of how God is speaking to us.
God is in all this grandeur and all the beauty that we are surrounded by here.
The Jesuit Spiritual Center provides a setting with a lot of nature, a lot of the quiet, a lot of the remoteness from the hustle and bustle of my daily life. It allows an area of peacefulness, a time apart that I can refocus and know that that the Lord is really all over, the Lord is here, and filled with the Lord from here, I can take the Lord back into my more usual daily environment.
Come and see. That's what I invite you and others to do. There are many exciting things happening here at the Jesuit Spiritual Center. The most important thing is how the retreats impact individual lives. I will never forget my first year hearing from a retreatant who came regularly that said, "It was here during my retreats that I made every important decision in my life." Truly, God was present.
Well, the Jesuit Spiritual Center began 90 years ago, and it began really as a program for men. It was called the Men of Milford. And it was a 3-day conference-style retreat, preached retreat with silence.
Well, I came to the Jesuit Spiritual Center in 1963, and at the time it was a novitiate for the Chicago province of Jesuits. And it was also a place at that time for boys from Catholic high schools around Cincinnati to come for a retreat. And in the late 80s, one of their priorities was to begin serving women more and couples. And that has just mushroomed, and Sister Therese has taken that to a new level and just increased the level of diversity and inclusivity for the Jesuit Spiritual Center.
There is something for everyone. There's the traditional Ignatian Conference retreats, the personally directed retreats. We have 30-day retreats, retreats for women through our women's programs, our expansive youth program that reaches out to over 6,000 youth a year. And we offer programs for the underserved so that all can come and see and experience the love of our God.
There's a common theme that is shared by many of the retreatants who come here for a conference retreat. They say you can always expect something good to happen. Each year, about 700 men and women from all walks of life come here to the Jesuit Spiritual Center. The conference retreats provide an opportunity for you to come to know, love, and serve God in this world. The spiritual exercises provide the method for doing this.
One of the real benefits of conference retreats is to get different insights in the Ignatian mode of the Christian message from the various directors that come from around the country. It's been a great way to introduce new considerations, to new challenges, into thinking about my Christian values and my spiritual life.
The simplest kind of retreat that we offer here at the Jesuit Spiritual Center is one where we invite you to come simply as an individual with your own agenda, your own questions, your own searching for God, if that's a good way to put it. These are called personally directed retreats. People come for this kind of retreat usually for 3 days, 4 days, or maybe an entire week. Often enough, we need to be listened to. We need the encouragement of someone else who can say, you're doing well, go ahead with that. We have a staff here of companions who have been trained, who have worked here for many years. And often enough people, as a result of these conversations each day, find a new knowledge of themselves and a new freedom with what they want to choose for themselves in life.
One of the hallmark programs here really has been the youth retreats. They're provided with a retreat experience that helps them to really come to understand and appreciate that they are not alone, that they have supports in their life, and that God is definitely always with them.
For over 70 years, the Jesuit Spiritual Center has provided a wonderful space for young people to encounter God's presence in their daily lives. Our youth ministry team is committed to offering transformational experiences rooted in the Jesuit tradition. Each year, more than 6,000 young men and women on over 75 retreats have had the opportunity to discover God's plan for their lives. We have an awesome internship program here that lasts for 10 to 12 months. Each one of our interns has an opportunity to hone their ministry skills. They also will learn how to do relational ministry, to be present to young people.
It's been really great to see on these retreats, just watching the kids, and it's really awesome when you see something click. A lot of times it happens in small groups on the overnight retreats, and you're sitting in there and you're talking with them, and all of a sudden you just realize that they get it. Maybe I'll give God another chance and see how it works out. And just to see them re-embrace their faith, or re-embrace the opportunity, or just the possibility that maybe that's really what they're being called to.
Serving men and women, boys and girls, has always been a part of the mission of this place. But I think in recent years that there's an increased emphasis to respond to the needs of women of all ages, and to offer perhaps more than we had been offering previously.
When we expanded the variety of offerings for women, we were looking for something that would speak to women of all ages, of faiths, ethnicities, economic levels. And our population includes women with disabilities, homeless, victims of domestic violence, and also those who lead a very healthy life. And yet they come here because they have stress. They may have illness. They may be, and this is a common one, women who are trying to be superwoman to their families, to their careers, to their social life. They find the solace, the peace they're seeking, and they're finding God. And that's just very rewarding for us to be able to witness that.
Come and see. Take a pause from your busy life to center and to focus on God's loving presence, so that you can go forth and be strengthened to live the good news in your everyday life. Come and see.